We were getting ready to leave on our trip here, and I lost a bay door rubber. The bay door rubber on the generator bay just split and just like basically fell off in my hands. So we're doing a emergency bay door swap, rubber swap here in the driveway before we leave. Fortunately, it happened now and not out on the road somewhere. First step is to take the little screws out the back, slide the rubber out, both tracks, clean the tracks. I use a bottle of Dawn mixed up inside of a spray bottle. This is also something that should be kept on the bus because you can use it for air leaks. This is also going to be the lube when we put the new rubber in the tracks. So we give these tracks a squirt with the cleaner, soapy water. I try not to get it all over my door because it does remove wax. Just in the track. Take the bottle brush and scrub the track. The 22 rifle barrel gun brush works pretty good, or Harbor Freight sells them in like a miscellaneous pack. There you go. Just do that to both tracks, both sides. Get it in there and scrub it. This one, the track hole is in the center. Just get the road grime out is all you're trying to do here. Then take our new rubber and slide it in the bus side door. From the middle, going each direction, you need to cut it to length first. Since we need to use a shorter section on this one, we need to slide the shorter section in first, and we're going to put it on this side of the door that's not stressed. So we'll have to cut that piece to length because we don't have a piece that's long enough for everything here. All right, we got a stubby little makeup piece in there on the side of the door that's not stressed. And we're putting in the larger piece now from the center, both directions. We've done this a bunch, so we can do it really quick. Only takes a couple minutes once you know what you're doing here. It tends to work a little better if you flop it down in the middle. Here, let me redo this here. Go like this. Flop it down like that, and then go, and it'll work a little better. And then you can just kind of, yeah, see, it just goes right in. Then be careful not to rip the middle of it. Okay, we got good length. Now we got to put the screws in on the door to hold this so it doesn't slide when we're trying to slide the door on. So we'll do that. This one's not quite getting what I want there, but oh well. Okay, then we're going to slide the door on. Now, I don't think we'll be able to record that part, but we're going to slide it on this direction. It's a two-person job. We'll go ahead and squirt some of that Dawn dish detergent on the rubber, and then we'll slide it on. Put the strut back on. When you slide the door on, it's helpful, you know, if you got two people and you just kind of pull out just a little bit on the end that's sliding on. I think I got this a little too tight, so I want to be able to rotate there. Somebody just tugs there just a little bit out, and the other person kind of pushes and pulls at the same time, just slides right on. We got it on there in like 30 seconds. And we got to put the screws on this side, and then we're done. 2 screws on the smaller doors on each side, on the inside and the outside edge. So we're on our first trip with the new dash setup. We've had several challenges. It's been about the last 3 days getting the calibration right with this. Oil pressure, coolant temperature were not where they needed to be. It took quite a while and several test drives to kind of get that stuff dialed in. It's a very hot day today. We're having record-breaking temperatures here in Oregon where we're at. We're headed to the coast where it's cooler, but it's pushing 100 where we're at right now going down the road. So the coach has been running hot, and I want to make sure I got accurate temperatures and warnings going on. One thing that I have now that I didn't have before is an accurate transmission temperature gauge display and warnings for the Allison transmission, the V730, and that transmission is running hot in this weather. It's cooled by the engine coolant. The transmission oil goes through a heat exchanger that's also in the cooling loop for the bus. And a lot of guys put an air to oil cooler on these, and it was recommended to me by someone that knows a lot about these buses to do that. And definitely today, yes, driving in these 100-degree temperatures, it definitely needs some additional cooling on that transmission. Right now it's running at 232 to 234 degrees, which is a lot. I need to get my warnings configured for this properly. We're about to pull a hill, and I know the temps are going to go up on the tranny to like 235, and the warnings are going to go off. And I need to check the manual and see what it really is, but I think the normal operating temp for this may be less than what we're doing. So I gotta get ready for a downshift here. Pull this hill. Yeah, no, we just got the transmission temperature warning.
Warning, transmission temperature.
Armrest with one hand. So yeah, we're pulling a hill right now, and we're getting up to 200 degrees on the coolant, and that's not good, so I'm just going to back out of it. I could pull this hill faster, but bus temperature says no. And that did drop it a few degrees, thankfully. Transmission temperature dropped back down a little bit there. Yeah, it's hot.
Warning, coolant temperature.
Yeah. We're about to crest the hill. And we'll get some relief here momentarily. Woohoo! Clock had just hit 205 there. Oh, not good, not good, not good. Not good, not good, not good. I'm going to put the RPMs back up because that'll probably help it cool a little bit there.
Do we have a mister?
Yes, we have misters. Let me hit the misters. See if that helps it.
Warning, coolant temperature.
Okay, I'm going to try lower RPMs here. Radiator spray. do much for the tranny temp, but the engine temp's down. Looking forward to some cooler temperatures at the coast. We're still in the hot part of the state right now. Range a little bit here. It's cooling off a little bit. Got some hills up here we got to deal with, but the speeds are slower. The bus is happier. There's a river over there to our right somewhere, making things cooler off too, which is nice. Yeah, the bus is running at just 172 degrees right now. The transmission is at 223. Which is, I think, a bit high. What's this guy doing? Oh, he's trying to turn in that driveway there. Dang. It's kind of a hazardous place.
Yeah,
look at this tree.
Yeah.
Wow. Do you have it on widescreen so it's getting that?
It's definitely getting it, yeah.
Make sure you're using the widescreen. It's better. Yeah, they logged that. I wonder, oh yeah, it burned. That stuff's all burned. So they logged it. Huh. Oh, I can smell it. Huh. Yeah, we had fires in Oregon last year. It's kind of a big deal. A lot of people lost their homes. Fires were pretty close to our home too. It's kind of a spooky deal. We're about 8 miles away from where we live. Excellent. Oh no, we're not taking the old scenic highway. No, we're going to go up to the main one. I thought that was a little soon.
Take the next right onto North Old Scenic Highway 101.
No, thank you.
Pizzeria.
Continue on North Old Scenic Highway 101 for half a mile.
Toronto pups, those are good. They got,
Continue on Oregon 18 West for 1.5 miles.
They have the good Bronto pups there.
Yeah, I remember eating there before.
Yeah, the big ones.
But now it's a pizzeria and the Bronto Pub.
Yeah, they're Bronto pups still. Somebody suggested something on Facebook. They posted a picture that I'm totally into. They said before you grill your sausages, do a spiral cut on them and then grill them. That gets it all caramelized inside, and then it holds the condiments better. I saw that. I was like, yeah, we're doing that. Our camping. That's good. Okay, now we're coming up on the turn we want. Scenic Oregon 101 goes all the way down into California. You hear my generator more than the Jakes. Yes, we have the generator running because it's hot. We want the roof air going. And this is 101. Kind of a blind turn there. If somebody decides to come, I can't see very far.
Continue on US 101 north for 4 miles.
Oh, here comes the project. Alright, we're pulling another hill. Trying to get my speed up here and keep it up. Didn't quite get what I wanted there as far as speed leading up to it. I want to keep it above 2,000 RPM if I can. And we just drop down. This is a long hill. So I'm just going to back out of it a little bit here, try and keep the temps down. about to crest the hill. Oh. Okay, I got a downshift there. I wasn't expecting.
Warning, coolant temperature.
Now we'll get some jigs to cool things off. Need a downshift for these. Crack your window, Chrissy. You can hear the jigs that way. Jigs kind of do this float thing or pulse thing above a couple thousand RPM. They don't like it too much. Temps drop down to 172. Tranny's still 226 though. That's the Nesquin timeshare RV resort. I forget what they call it. One of our family members has a membership there. Alright, we arrived in one piece. Got camp all set up here. Dogs. We're gonna go down to the beach now.